What's going on, people? It's your boy Tots back again, and it's 7 wins out of 7. Arsenal guaranteed to be in the top 2 of the Champions League after a fantastic win away at the Siro against Inter Milan. Before I get into it, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Now, heading into the game, I was like a lot of Arsenal fans where I wasn't too fussed about the game. I know we've got massive games coming up in terms of in the Premier League. And I know, again, we will probably guaranteed to probably finish in the top 2 because we've got Carrot, who are now out of the competition in our last game at home. So I was looking to see a few more changes than probably was on offer, man. I was like the fact that Mascara coming back from injury, he started this game. The fact that Rice was on the bench as well. I maybe would have preferred Saka to be rested too. But again, at least we've seen a kind of a mixture of lineup in terms of some kind of fringe players and some kind of first team players. The fact that Lewis Skelly got a kind of a mention as well was good at starting lineup kind of role. And I thought he actually played pretty well. Probably the best game of the season he's actually played in terms of him looking defensively kind of more stable. I think the fact that maybe Inter obviously had more like kind of a wing back kind of role instead of kind of that tricky 1v1 demon kind of winger he's had to come up against up in the past so far this season. Probably helped him, but I thought on the ball he's a bit more assured as well. But overall, I was actually happy with Arsenal's performance overall, man. I feel like this is what people mean when we say Arsenal keep the handbrake on. I think people mean that, again, they're not willing to concede chances. But for me, to kind of gain chances in the game and gain momentum and gain kind of that kind of front footness, you've got to kind of be willing to kind of concede a few chances on the break. And in this game, especially in the first half, it was very back and forth, very kind of basketball-esque. And we don't really associate Mikel Arteta teams like that, especially this season. A lot of the games are really kind of stalemate, very kind of tough to watch in terms of not many chances and not many chances conceded by Arsenal. But in this game, Inter Milan were definitely a danger on the counter-attack. And it was actually Arsenal who started the game very, very well. It was Lewis Skelly and I think Marino had 2 shots blocked in the first 30 seconds. So I'm thinking, okay, this is a good start. And we kind of capitalized on that good start as well. Nice better play in the first half, but like nice couple of 1-2s. And I feel like you kind of get that more with Eze in the 10 rather than Odegaard. Is a bit more quicker, it's a bit more zippier. And we've seen it away at Newcastle, which again was another away game Eze started, and probably our kind of best performance away from home this season as well, man. So yeah, I felt like that kind of set up the first goal. I think it was Marino and Eze popping it around, and then Eze tried to get the return. He slipped, but he actually came to Timber, who had a miss-hit shot. But fantastic play by Gabriel Jesus. Good movement, good anticipation, and he kept himself onside, and it was a great finish to make it 1-0 to Arsenal. And yeah, I thought, again, we kind of warranted that lead. I feel like that was in the first 10 minutes. We kind of warranted the way we started the game, that kind of lead. But again, we've seen in the Champions League, there's quality everywhere, man. And Inter Milan definitely showed their quality in the first half with the goal they scored. Souček with a fantastic rocket into the back of the net. Great ball into the path of Thuram. And Mascara did just about enough, but it wasn't fully cleared. Saliba tried to clear it, but again, it gets up to the edge of the box to Souček, and he just rifled it into the top corner. Raya, absolutely no chance to make it 1-1. And yeah, then Inter Milan had a few more chances where they probably should have been 2-1 up, man. There was a 3v2 situation where Souček had, I think it was Martinez and Thuram there as well, opted to go for Thuram. I think he took a bit too long, and then Thuram actually had the shot that went over and wide in that game, man, in the first half. So yeah, Arsenal a bit lucky, but again, as an Arsenal fan watching it, I didn't actually mind it too much because again, I feel like sometimes you have to have that kind of willingness to kind of maybe lose a game to kind of go on and win it. Trust your quality players, not only in defense but in attack. Show that Mascara and Saliba are very good 1v1 defenders anyway. Timber can hold his own 1v1. Skelly definitely has improved in terms of his 1v1 defender from last season as well. So just trust these guys in these situations, that when there's kind of predicaments or situations where they are 3v3 or 2v2, or there's kind of a turnover in transition, you trust your defenders to get you kind of out of it. And in that, in turn, you kind of get an overload when you're attacking as well. And we've seen that again in the first half. A lot of times where Saka was beating his man pretty comfortably, earning a lot of corners. And then one of the corners he did earn in the first half ended up in the goal. Fantastic routine, something off the training pitch, a long looping corner to the back stick. Trossard heads it back into kind of the danger area, hits the bar and into the path of Gabriel Jesus, who heads it into an empty net to make it 2-1 to Arsenal. Again, scoring another set piece again, Ole. But again, if you can kind of work off it and kind of improve, then bro, it's the thing to do, man. It's the thing to do. So yeah, that's 2-1 going into the second half. And again, Inter Milan kind of probed and tried to get some scenarios where they had some kind of shots and opportunities to kind of maybe test Raya, but nothing too concrete. But then in the second half, I got to say, I feel like Arsenal were by far the better team, man. I feel like Arsenal definitely were in control I didn't really look kind of threatened by Inter Milan at all in the second half. I'm trying to remember any kind of opportunities. I remember Thuram kind of spun Mascara a little bit and had a shot straight at Raya, and Raya had like a bad goal kick, but didn't really amount to anything in terms of a really attacking chance. And also were in control, but they just really couldn't find the kind of cutting edge to really kill off the game. Trossard had a shot that went wide. I mean, there was another chance where it was in the kind of the area. Eze had a shot that went up to his left foot. I was a bit disappointed with Eze in terms of the second half performance. But then what I will say is that I do feel like he should be given 90 minutes, man. He only gets 60 minutes to kind of impress, and he's hooked off. I don't feel like he's ready to kind of hook off. And the game kind of opened up towards the end as well. So maybe he would have got a few more chances, man. So he got taken off in the 60th minute for Declan Rice, who, again, I wasn't a massive fan of bringing on. I thought like this was a chance to kind of rest him. So he kind of came on. Hopefully he's not injured or anything. I don't think he was. And then Gabriel came on, and I'm like, why is Gabriel coming on? The only thing I could obviously kind of maybe excuse it is because Mascara's just come back from a 6-week layoff. So again, is he fit enough to do 90 minutes? Probably not. He's probably a bit tired. And we don't really have any other kind of defenders maybe to bring on. Maybe you could have brought on an all-guard instead. But Gabriel came on. It's just those things where I'm thinking, if you guys get injured for a game where we don't really even need to win, really, I would have probably took a draw. It would have been enough for us to kind of go through as the top two. But we were winning the game anyway. It's just kind of a thing where taking a bit too many risks for my liking. But fingers crossed, touch wood, it kind of worked out. They both kind of fit. They kind of came on. And obviously, Victor Gyökeres came on with Martinelli. And Ben White came on for Timber. And yeah, it was actually a couple of chances after obviously Victor Gyökeres came on. Saka was played through. I feel like he could have squared it. He went for the shot straight at the keeper. And then there was actually another opportunity. And I feel like this is the way we have to kind of use Victor Gyökeres from now to the end of the season, maybe, is play him in these kind of cup games where, especially in the Champions League, where there's more space in behind. There's more space for him to do his danger. Because, again, it was kind of a ball. I can't remember who played it. It might have been Martinelli. Ball into kind of space into Victor Gyökeres. Saka was ahead of him. I think he tries to play him in. He kind of hits Saka on the back of the heel. It ricochets back to Gyökeres, and then fantastic finish, man. Best goal he scored for Arsenal so far. Outside the box, into the top corner. Keeper tries to gets a hand on it, but can't keep it out the power. And we've not really seen this from Gyökeres in terms of his shot power. I think he just takes too long to kind of get his shot off. And this is kind of the first time we've actually seen him actually kind of let loose and let rip and actually score a good goal. So, yeah, an open play goal as well. So, good goal here. And it kind of killed off the game as well. So, a good goal away from home in a big game too. That's him scoring against Inter Milan and Atletico Madrid. So maybe the Champions League is just kind of better suited for him in terms of him getting more space and not having 2-3 defenders on him, man. Again, there's a bit more leeway for him to kind of run into, especially in the counter attack as well. And then maybe again off the bench when the game is stretched, he can kind of get a bit more space and maybe you operate and utilize him that way. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, man. But overall, I'm happy with the result and happy with the performance, man. I feel like this is a step in the right direction after the poor performance against Nottingham Forest. And hopefully we can carry that on going into the game against Manchester United, which will be a massive game as well, man. So yeah, you guys in the comments, let me know what you think about the game, how you thought we played, and who you thought the man in the match was. I guess Jesus is going to get it because he got the 2 goals. And yeah, man, for more content, you guys know what to do. But yeah, until next time, people, don't forget to play at the game. And I am out. Peace and love.